Where in the hell is the oil shale? You're killing me, game. Absolutely killing me here. It tries to do that. I don't know if you guys have ever noticed that about 7 Days to Die, but it does try to kill you. Welcome back, everybody, to the Zombie Metropolis series featuring Undead Legacy. I'm an old guy gaming, and in this episode, we are going to actually start working on building the house. I mentioned in the last episode that I might live stream this, and I might actually do that tonight. But you guys won't see this video until tomorrow. So today is February the 9th. But just because of the timing of some things, I'm not able to live stream this episode. So anyway, anything that I do live stream, I will also put up on the YouTube channel after the fact, so it really won't make a whole lot of difference to you guys in terms of, the continuity of the series here. And when I do live stream, and also record for YouTube, I keep the, I keep the overlay off and the alerts and minimize all of that sort of thing, during the stream. Okay. So, the first thing I want to do is we might have a couple of loot drops down here from the little horde night. Yeah, we do. We have at least one down there. I had to stop the game as soon as the little horde night was over, and go do some stuff in real life. And we didn't get anything during the night, that was worth me putting on camera. But let's go check and see what the drop down here is in case it's actually something good. All right, nothing super fancy, but useful stuff nonetheless. Now, I do have some blocks down here. You know what I think I want to do while we're down here is I'd like to add some more reinforcement to, to this setup here. So, why don't we do this? I want to clear all this stuff out too, but the last time I tried to do that, I called down a whole bunch of zombies on me. By the way, this is the other stuff that I did get. If you guys are interested, you can pause the screen, but nothing, like I said, nothing camera worthy. So let's see. We're going to put a block here. This is just to give it some extra strength here. So far, it seems to be stable, but like I said, I just want to make it a little more stable if we can. Okay, so that's going up that way. I think I'm going to have to remove this, but let's not use the Valkyrie because it makes so much noise. Let's see if we can get away with just this. I just want to make sure that, the area underneath here is clear so that, the zombies will do minimal damage to it, essentially. What'll typically happen is whenever I pull the trapdoor, then at that point, that's when they will start hitting on other things because they no longer have a pathway to us. But as long as we keep the trap door shut, which it is 98% of the time, maybe 97%, or it could be 99%. I don't know. I don't know why I said 98%. Anyway, then they'll generally just, path all the way to us. They'll still sometimes hit on these blocks too, but not as much as they would if the trapdoor's not closed. Okay, so let's get this upgraded here. Should probably have repaired the blocks underneath those too, but let's just kind of get everything around here upgraded, or repaired, I should say. Oh shit, I didn't want to do that. We got sleepers nearby, so we just got to be careful. Ah, I did it again. It's a waste of steel. I mean, it's not a bad idea to upgrade that to steel, but we have more important things to upgrade to steel at this point in time. Okay, you know what I'm thinking too? What we could do, let's see. We could add 2 more columns just to increase the support. We could add one on this side and one on that side, but, you know, leave a gap in between so here again they can get through easily. So let's do that. Okay, so that gives us some pretty good reinforcement. I'll have to come back here, of course, and get it upgraded to reinforced concrete and then maybe later actual steel. But I think that definitely adds some much better support to our little nightly horde base. I do have a little gap up there that I need to fix too, but I just ran out of time before the horde night started, but I'll deal with that later. It's not super critical that I get that done right now. Okay, so this episode, I should have told you this from the get-go, sorry, but this episode's going to be a building episode. You know, we're not really going to go out and do anything. We're not going to kill any zombies unless we have to go after a couple of screamers or something. So just give you a little forewarning there. But we need to get some building done. We really do, so that we can get our base set up properly. So everything down below on the ground floor and on the second floor has these quad pillars set up. So this is effectively the same strength as, you know, a 4 normal block size pillar, but much smaller. And then the second floor is the same. So we've got, here, let's go up this way. We've got those upgraded to steel as well. And then the third floor needs a little bit more upgrading to steel. But all of these should be done. Let me just double check them and make sure. I think that they are. And yeah, okay, so we're good to go there. Let's go check the third floor. Okay, so yeah, let's upgrade as many of these as I currently have steel on me. And that's all we can do. Okay, so we'll have to finish the rest of these. But while we're making more steel, which I'm going to start up the forges, which is going to call in screamers, we'll go ahead and start building, because now we have the SI support for now. I just need to get these upgraded to steel to make them a little stronger, but that doesn't have any effect on the SI itself. The other thing I wanted to do too, I keep forgetting to do this, is I want to pick up that turret, but we have to repair it first. So let's just do that now while I'm thinking about it. So we need to get some electrical parts, some mechanical parts, and some forged iron or plate iron, which I believe I have here. Yeah, iron plating. And I have some electrical parts too, but we need some mechanicals. So let's just grab a few of these and go back down and get that repaired and then picked up so we have it to use. I have looted 2 or 3 more what am I saying? Engines, small engines, so we can set up another generator near the base for the turret. The other thing I could do with the turret too is I could set it up on the roof so that we can use it to deal with vultures that might come in. Alright, so let's repair this, and then we should be able to pick it up because our land claim block is down. Excuse me, boom. And we got ourselves a free SMG auto turret. I'm not a huge fan of the SMG auto turrets, particularly in vanilla. I'm not sure, you know, how they are in... what is there, glass in there? Yeah. I'm not sure how they are in, you know, in Undead, but Undead Legacy, but they're just really expensive to use in vanilla. But you know, so it could be a thing that, you know, what we do is if we see a vulture come in, we turn it on, and then once the vulture's dealt with, we turn it back off, kind of thing. I just wanted to shore that up a little bit more there too. What does this need? Iron plating. Yeah, might as well fix that. Okay, looks pretty good. Alrighty. This is going to be fun. I'm excited. I've been wanting to do this for quite some time, but just haven't gotten to the point where I was ready to do it until now. So what we're going to do is we're going to tear everything down, this gazebo and everything around it down, but the blocks that I have sitting down here are essentially the outline of the new base. Now, one of you guys were mentioning to me in the comments that it's not going to give us a whole lot of room, but I think actually it will. And in addition to that, you know what? Well, shit, I should have upgraded the block below that. Well, you know what? That block is covered up. It's not ever going to take any damage. At least I don't think it will, so it's fine. Doesn't affect the SI. Anyway, what I'm thinking about maybe doing, though, is doing 2 floors. So the bottom floor would be like the crafting and storage, and then the upper floor would be, you know, like the living quarters and that sort of thing. Not that we really need those, but we do it for fun. We do it for role-playing purposes. So that's kind of the plan at this point. The only thing that could make that a little interesting is the duplication of workstations. Because, you know, I want to make sure that we have at least 2 forges, we have at least 2 furnaces, and at least 2 cement mixers. The rest of this, I mean, it would be useful to have maybe a second ballistics table and a second chemistry bench down the road, just so we can double production, but that's not a high priority right now. I'm not too worried about that at this point. I don't think we need an extra bench of any of the rest of the stuff. Maybe an extra workbench, but probably not. So it's mostly just going to be the furnaces and the forges and the cement mixer that I want, you know, to at least double up on, if not even more. So we just have to take that into account when we're trying to figure out where we're going to put everything. So one thing like we could do is we could come out another block this way, but I kind of wanted to leave this little curved stuff in place because I like the way that it looks. And if we do that, you know, plus it gives us a little walkway all the way around the perimeter of the structure too. So that's another reason why we need to do that. I gotta fix this, figure out how to do the little curved block thing. In fact, you know what? Let's look at that real quick. Can I just go here? And I think the curved block is a mod thing. I don't think that's a vanilla thing. But I don't see it. I don't see it in this menu. What we might have to do is we might have to cheat that in from the you know, from the creative menu if there's no way I can make it. There was one thing. I want to look at something here. If we go into here, so we've got this little curve thing here, but it's also red. I'm not sure if that means it's an illegal block or what that means, but can we actually put this down here? Let's just see. Oh, we can. There we go. All right. I don't even remember how I got this. I honestly don't remember how I got this or how I found it, but yeah, I don't know. Unless I remember seeing it after the last update, I think. But honestly, I don't know. I have popped into the creative menu a few times just to look at a few things, and I might have grabbed it knowing that we couldn't make it normally, but I couldn't honestly tell you. So I don't know. We'll just call it what it is. The thing is, though, is when I right-click on this, it doesn't give me any kind of a repair option. So I don't even know what this material is. It looks like almost like a drywall kind of thing or a white painted cement. But you see, I've got concrete mix in here and I've got iron in here and I've got wood, and none of that stuff will repair. So yeah, not sure about that. But anyway, we won't worry too much about that at this point. So these are also the curved blocks here too. Okay, so what we want to do is start, well, actually, hold on. Before we do that, let's get some more steel production going. So we need 30 more minutes of burn time in there. So let's grab some of our Presto logs. I think we're pretty much done with our firewood. I think I burned up most of it. So how many of those do we need? That's a 51. That's 27. That's one too many. I think I mentioned this to you guys before, but these Presto logs burn about 3 times as long as normal firewood does. Okay, can we grab that and walk? Yes, we can. Okay, we're going to put this over here. You need 75 minutes of burn time. Wow, that's going to take all of our presto logs. Okay, we'll have to make some more of those, which we can do. But I want to keep this steel production going. So what I'm going to do is there. Let's cancel that. We'll turn this on. Put this in our inventory. And then we'll continue iron ingots after that little bit of steel is finished there. Okay, now let's grab this steel here and pivot over here and continue to make steel plating like there's no frickin' tomorrow. I still have 130 in here too. Oh, you know what? That might be enough for us to finish down below. Well, I don't have to do that right this second, so let's just put those over there. Okay, so we have some chainsaws that we looted out of, you know, that building, the Harbinger Labs building. Let's just stick this guy in here for now. So we could use those, or we could just try the axe. Let's just see how much it takes to break this stuff with the normal axe. The chainsaw is going to cost us gasoline, and it's going to call screamers in. Not that that matters, because we're going to get screamers in anyways. Yeah. All right. Well, what I'm going to do is we'll probably go ahead and do like a little time-lapse thing here and tear this building down. So I'll see you guys when this is all completely cleared. All right, so we got we had just enough of the cobblestone blocks to fill that in. If you're wondering why I didn't just collapse the whole thing, it's because I wanted to get some more scrap wood for more presto logs. So that's why I took the time to scrap the entire gazebo part of this. But then the curved thingamadoodles were, it seems like they're concrete. I mean, it sounds like it's some kind of a stone. So I just got the Valkyrie out to collapse the rest of it. So let's get this upgraded to normal concrete. We don't probably need to go to reinforce with it, and I'm going to paint it all this, you know, probably stick with this little stone brick theme anyways, because I kind of like the look of it. All right, so that takes care of that. We called in some screamers, as you can hear over there. So now, the next thing here is we need to build up our walls. So there's two ways we could do this. I could make it all out of cobblestone and then upgrade it to concrete from there. Or we could make it out of wood and then upgrade it from wood. If we make it out of wood, it's going to take longer. It's going to be more effort, but we'll also get more XP in the process. And I've got an unlimited supply of wood with these trees. But we also have to, you know, use nails to make the blocks too, and then we have to use boards after that. So I'm almost thinking in the long run, even though we might get more XP from wood, it would probably be easier to just use cobble. And again, I'll paint everything to look like wood, maybe, or to look like something better than just cobblestone, you know, once the structure is built. So I'm not really too worried about the way that it looks at this point. So that being said, let's go ahead and guess we're going to need to make some more cobble. We called in a couple screamers when we pulled the Valkyrie out, which was to be expected. So I don't really have, I got a little bit of cobblestone made up here, but let's take a look and see what we have in here. Oh, I got quite a bit of cobblestone in here. Okay, that's a lot. All right, so let's grab all of that. And we're also going to need, was it clay or stone? I can't remember. Clay. Okay, so let's put that there. Let's grab a stack of clay, because we got lots of clay. And let's just make as many cobblestone blocks as we can. 227. Oh, you know what? Look at this. Oh, cool. So I actually picked those up after I broke them instead of destroying them. That's really cool. Okay, so that means we can reuse those Oh, you know what? That's probably how I got that first one in my inventory then. Because at some point I must have picked one of these up and it put it in my inventory. Okay, well that explains that. I was still a little baffled as to how I got that in the first place. So cool. Okay. So we have, we can still, you know, put those to use later if we decide to do so. Yeah. All right, guys. Well, I think I'm going to cut the camera here because I need to wait for, you know, all this cobblestone to cook up. I got a little bit of inventory management to do. So when I have a nice little batch of cobblestone, I'll bring you back at that point, and then we'll start working on building the structure. So I'll be back in a bit. All right, guys, we're at the desert, as you can see here. While I'm waiting for those cobblestone blocks to make up, I figured I would come to the desert and get ourselves some more oil shale, because I'm pretty much, for all intents and purposes, out of oil shale. So this is the closest desert biome to our base. It's not the original biome that I got my first batch of oil shale from, but that's a little further west than I want to go. So let's see if we can find an oil shale. I mean, ideally, if we could find it in this pocket, that would be great, but I'm not seeing anything pop out at me. And, you know, with the Valkyrie drill and the fact that it's very, very difficult to keep sand from collapsing in the desert, I'm just going to do one big, ginormous strip mine for the oil shale. But, unfortunately, I'm not seeing it any on the surface here. I mean, we could dig down and probably find it, but I don't know if I want to do that when we can hopefully just find some on the surface nearby. So let's look over here. Where'd that chicken go? You're not a chicken. You're a chicken. Did I get that chicken? I did. Look at that. Okay, so yeah, let's look over here and see if we can find an oil shale node. Just anywhere in this area, really. Except for, you know, up on the steep cliffs, of course. That isn't going to work out for us. Oh man, I'm not seeing it anywhere. Ah, that sucks. That's iron, right? Yeah. Okay. Well, I guess we'll have to... What in the world is that thing? Oh, that's cray, man. We're going to have some serious POIs to check out. So many cool POIs to check out. And it is my intention to get back to doing that once we get the house built. How did that miss? Stupid buzzard. Okay. Any oil shale over here? Coyote. I think that might be the first coyote we've killed in this playthrough. Come here, Edgar. Okay, so where in the hell is all the oil shale? Yeah, I've never been in this POI. Pretty cool. Yeah, we'll have to check it out. Ooh, there's Doggy. Come here, Ronnie McDonnie. Okay. That's lead, right? Yeah, that's lead. Usually oil shale deposits are like all over the place when you're not trying to find them, right? There's some nitrate. Couple of iron nodes, 3 iron nodes. These guys are coming after me because I'm not at full health here. Okay, let's go kind of back over this direction. All right, we have 2 points too, don't we? Let's take... Oh, shit. Let's take a look at that. It's another little Yodi. I don't know if you guys are aware of this or not, but I started playing Red Dead Redemption 2. I'm streaming that and also putting the videos on the YouTube channel. And I'm new to the game. I've never played it before. Never played Red Dead 1. Though I'm watching another YouTuber go through Red Dead 1 just so I can get the story because it's only a console game and I don't have a console. But anyway, all that to say, you know, you can go hunting in that game. And it's a hell of a lot of fun. But you have to kind of be careful about what types of weapons you use and how you kill the animals because you want their pelts to be in good shape so that you can get a better price for them or use them for, you know, higher quality crafting. And so, I mean, that was just kind of in my head when I shot that coyote. I just momentarily thought, okay, am I using the right weapon for this? And then I remembered, oh, I guess that doesn't matter in this game. Anyway, yeah, if you guys are interested, come and check it out. I don't have a set streaming schedule yet. I'm trying to get back into live streaming. I've been out of it for a while for family medical reasons. But I'm going to start, you know, doing more live streaming as time goes on and hopefully eventually be able to get an actual set schedule. But as of right now, you know, the only way really that you guys can know if I'm streaming or not if you're interested is just to be in the Discord, and I'll announce it there when I start up. So okay, so let's see. We still haven't found any doggone oil shale. What in the heck, man? There's got to be at least one deposit around here somewhere. Getting some bird's nests, though. Let's take care of the cheerleader here and then take a look at our points. What? Are you coming or not? She's coming, and she's coming fast. She's one of the fastest zombos on nightmare speed in the game. And then Darlene here is pretty fast too. Whoa! If they stop or they do a little juke to the left or right, completely throws the timing off on the sledge here. Let's pop a nah, I'm not going to take one of those yet. Let's pop one of these to get our health back up, and then we'll drink mineral water to counter the thirst effect. This is unbelievable, man. I wonder if it's... I don't think it's a mod change. I don't think Subquake changed. Maybe he did. I don't know. Usually there's oil shale all over the place in the desert. But I am not seeing it. All right, we're going to do points. I mean, maybe I should just start digging down, and I'm sure we'll run into a vein of it, but I'd rather start, knowing for sure that there's something there. Let's take a look at our progress. So we are done, ladies and gentlemen, with the perception tree. Look at that, man. Perception 10, Deadeye 5, Archery 5, Penetrator 4, Lockpicking 3, and Lucky Looter 5. I'm not really worried about any of the rest of the perception skills at this point. What we're going to do now is we're going to start focusing on fortitude. So that, you know, we've got agility maxed out, we got strength maxed out, we got perception maxed out, and all of the skills that I want in those trees, with maybe the exception of a heavy armor, you know, for later on for our juggernaut build. So there's a few more things in intellect that I would like too. I would like to get salvage operations up. I'd like to get meticulous packer up. Daring adventurer, better barter. Neither one of those, and charismatic, I don't think any of those are going to help us in single player because that's all has to do with traders, right? More dukes for completing missions. Yeah, this is that's a PvP thing, anyways, or I mean a multiplayer thing. So better barter isn't going to do us any good either. But robotics inventor could be interesting, and definitely demolitions. So demolitions, robotics inventor, and salvage I want, and meticulous packer I want it in intellect. But I think let's start focusing on fortitude now, because this is going to make us tougher, and it's also going to get our shotgun skill up. Those are the main reasons why I want this. We want boomstick, we want pain tolerance, we want a healing factor, and maybe even field medic too. We'll see. Okay, so we have 2 points to spend. Let's go ahead and throw a point into pain tolerance. And what does this do? Landmines and traps trigger slower, take less damage from mines. No, I don't think so. This used to be in vanilla. I think this was like more of a PvP thing anyways, wasn't it? Not sure. Not really worried about well insulated. We can handle that with clothing and food and drink and that sort of thing. Iron gut, again, useful. Not so useful in my opinion in the late game. But in the early game, it's somewhat useful. I've always found other higher priority skills than this, though. So I'm not saying it's bad. I'm just saying it's not really for us, at least not right, especially not right now. Okay, so we already have 1 point in healing factor. We need fortitude 3 before we can even start field medic. Okay, we already have a point in boomstick, so I think the thing to do is to just put the next point in fortitude itself. And then once we get this up to 3, then we can go through and start applying more points, just like we've done all along. Excellent. Okay, so where in the hell is the oil shale? You're killing me, game. Absolutely killing me here. It tries to do that. I don't know if you guys have ever noticed that about 7 Days to Die, but it does try to kill you. Funny thing, huh? Can't believe that chicken didn't run away. Stupid chicken. Okay, so, yeah. There is no oil shale deposits, or there are, rather, no oil shale deposits around here at all that I can see. All right, well, I'm going to keep looking, guys, and then, I'll eventually find one. I'm going to mine up some oil shale, and then I'll meet you guys back at the base in a little while. See you then. All right, guys, I am back. It is the next day in the game here. And so I went and finally found some oil shale, got a bunch of oil shale harvested up, and that is all sitting in here, I think. Yeah, so we got a little more than that too. So I'm temporarily putting that stuff in there because that's all the stuff that goes into the chem bench. I made a little more gasoline too. We did the Horde Night. We didn't get any phantasmagorical loot. I got another purple auger, but I mean I've already got like 4 or 5 purple augers. That was really about it for the loot, other than just basic stuff. So I didn't bother recording that. In fact, moving forward for the little Horde Nights, I probably will only show you guys any significant loot. I'm not going to show everything like I have done in the past, because it's just, I don't think there's much point in doing that. So yeah. Anyway, I did that thing that I occasionally do, having an old guy moment. I thought I was recording and I wasn't, and so. I'm just gonna get you kind of caught up on what I covered when when I thought that we were doing that, and we weren't. So first thing we talked about was that, oh, you stupid screamer, I basically have upgraded my little small horde base, and I have it pretty much completely done all the way down to the ground floor, with the exception of upgrading the rest of that stuff to concrete, which I guess we could do. We could do now, if that screamer doesn't come back over here, which she might. Sounds like she might have even called in a horde or something. So, yeah, let's get this upgraded here. I probably don't really need to upgrade this, but we've got plenty of concrete, so we might as well just make it as good as it can get. Plus, we get a little XP for it, too. Whoa. That was weird. And then, let's see. So we covered this. And we also got 3 points. So let's deal with her. Woohoo! Suck it, zombies. Alright, so yeah, we got some points here. So we have Fortitude level 3 now, and then I put another point into Boomstick and a point into Pain Tolerance. So that's what I've done with the points. We also took a look and just kind of see where we're at, because we haven't actually looked at this in a long time. So we're at game stage 232, we're level 130, and we've killed 6,424 zombies. So just thought I'd show that to you, because we haven't looked at that in a long time. Over here, I just have, more stuff cooking up as usual. And then I got started with the build here and kind of talked about, what my plans were for the build. So let's kind of go over that again, because I didn't get much further than that. But essentially, what I've done is I put the 45-degree blocks here in the corner, because the game doesn't have, by default, normal round blocks. Now, one thing that occurred to me, though, now that I think about it, I completely forgot about this. Do we have 4 of these? We do. Well, here's the problem, though. I mean, we could put those on the down below, but we're not going to be able to put more blocks on top unless we spawn them in. Let's take a look at that for a second. So, okay, let's look in here and see if we can find those blocks. It's called Curve 3x3x1 Test. Okay. Curve. Oh, it doesn't show up. It doesn't show up. Nope. Okay. I don't know. So that doesn't show up in the creative menu. Okay, well, I guess we'll stick with this then. It's kind of too bad, because if we could have come up with enough of those to make the wall all the way up, that would have been kind of a cool look to the building. But unfortunately, we can't. So we're just going to go with, the corner round, or the 45s on the corner. But one of the cool things about this is that I now have like a little platform that I can put like the campfire on, or the mortar and pestle, and anything else that would normally sit on the floor. I think it's probably just those 2 things. Maybe. I can't think of anything else off the top of my head that would sit on the floor besides those 2 things. But anyway, we can put those up there. And then, as you can see, I took and used plates, but turned them, facing outward, so that gives us basically more space inside of the building itself, as well as, the same thing up here. So we have plates that are facing down. So this is technically only a 2-high room here, but it looks like it's a 3-high room, because of the extra space there. We just won't be able to put anything up on this 3rd block. Now, one thing I might actually do, though, now that I think about it, is in our vanilla series, I lined the 3rd block all the way around with storage, and that actually worked out very well. So I might do that here too, because we're going to have a 2nd floor anyways. And then, so the storage would still be protected by the upper floor walls. So now that I think about that, I think that's what we'll actually do. But yeah, that's pretty much, what I covered when I thought I was recording and I wasn't. And that pretty much brings us up to this point then. So what I'm going to do is just kind of keep working on this build now that you guys, know what the plan is here. And then, just see how far we can get on it. In the next YouTube episode that we'll do, and I say YouTube episode because I'm also going to try and do a live stream here probably this weekend. Today is February the 10th. So, maybe even on Friday. I think I'm going to take a day off from work on Friday and, maybe do some live streaming then. So I'll probably work on a little bit on this off camera and probably a little bit on the live stream. So the next scheduled YouTube episode, hopefully we will be well underway with getting this place built. If not, you know, completely having it built, and then we can start working on the interior. So we'll just kind of see, you know, how far along things come. All right, you guys, that is it for this episode. I hope you enjoyed, and if you did, please hit that like button and subscribe to the channel, leave a comment, and share out the video, and we'll catch you in the next episode. Goodbye.